bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get boy I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back, they yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, pricks. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard top career to shine. I got some time.
It's in the game.
Well, if there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, it is the city of rock and roll. Man, in the footsteps of rock legends of the past, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. This makes it up to the 25. Well, have the Falcons for their first possession. They're led out by the third-year southpaw. Top 10 pick 3 drafts ago, Michael Penix Jr.
This is an instance where we got a good offense, really good offense, but it's running up against a great defense. And for all the success they've had moving the ball this year, they know this will be their stiffest test yet.
And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Now take a look at Robinson's stats from last week. 21 carries, 79 yards, and on top of that, a touchdown. A gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They go play action. Here's Penix. He'll get this complete to Pitts. Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. They completed the pass, but they lost one on second down, so now they've got third down. To the air with Penix. That's good for the first and more. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. So first down from the 41. Penix looking to run with it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Good defensive effort here, drives him back across midfield onto their own side. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Penix on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down, back at the 39. And that means it is now 4th and 12. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. They're led out by an exciting rookie from Arkansas, Brock, the 6th-round pick, Taylon Green.
All the ingredients are there for him to have a big game. It's up really to he and his offense now to follow that recipe that so many other teams have against him this year. And really jumping off to a quality start in the opening series for a long ways.
A pickup of 17, and that's a Browns first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Green gonna throw. That's caught. Here's Quinshaw Judkins. Stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And it's gonna be first down Cleveland.
That's another Browns first down.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
So 2nd and 13 now after that last catch wound up losing him 3 yards. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Finally caught, and he lost the football. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they're able to add some extra yards onto the turnover too, Brock, as this defense steals away possession.
When you choose not to slide as a quarterback, Matt, that's what can happen. And those Predators feel that prey, and they go after. Not only do they want to hit the quarterback, to hit him and knock the ball out, yeah, that is just a worthy celebration on that sidelines.
Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And it's a big gain on this play. Give him about 19 yards and the first down, too.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Penix now to throw. He tucks it and takes off. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Play fake. Penix. It's complete to Hooper. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. To the line and set. Here we go. First down. From the gun, it's Robinson. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. One good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. The give here on 2nd. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. It's all lined up. The Folk ready to send this one flying. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Browns and their running back about to get back to work. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Quan Jones with the tackle on that play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Second and 6.
From the gun, Judkins. They send with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
And this one falls to the turf. He wasn't able to hang on through all that contact, and we've got 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And hey, we see how under the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Falcons and Zachariah Branch headed back to the field now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Motioning the tight end now. Throwing, Penix. That's caught for the first. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll run here on 1st down. Bounced it outside, but still a little rough as he's brought down at the line. 2nd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 44-yard line.
Play action. Here's Penix. Pitts brings it in. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. It was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Man in motion out of the slot. And they'll throw. 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down back at the 39. Jared Verse. And now a long 4th and 14 upcoming.
And it's 4th down.
Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Back out now comes the Browns offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Green. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And that's going to be a Browns 1st down. Trying to work quickly now.
That's good for a Browns.
Green looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Green looking to pass on second. And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up third down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third pocket. Past the line, he's going to run for it. He's going to be forced down, trying to gain of about 10. And it gives the Browns a first down.
And the Browns first down.
And we won't see another play here, Brock, as the clock reaches 2 minutes to go. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bank on its way. First and 10 now from the 46. Throwing now, Green. And give him the first down here. Looks to be an even 20 on that play. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. 9th play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. Now here's Green. On the move, headed right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons get the football just short of their 20. That's the interception and return.
Well, which one of these groups, Kate, did you say is the top 5 defense and which one isn't? Because that's now a couple takeaways forced by the less heralded group. They're not going to let up on this pressure. You know that.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's Penix to throw. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Quincy Williams has it. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick 6. And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. That ties things at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons offense returning to the field a final time before the half. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3.
36-yard line.
Penix now. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs.
And it's third down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. to take him down after a gain of 12. And it's going to be first down Cleveland. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In Philadelphia, the Eagles at home to take on Indianapolis. And this is Devontae Smith. We see so many of these, a run-pass option. They go for the pass, and it was the right decision. And that's a 61-yard touchdown grab. The Eagles have the lead in a game where both teams come in on a winning streak, so something's got to give. Now for a game with playoff implications in the AFC, the Broncos at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. And it's the second-year man from UCF, R.J. Harvey. He only needs a little bit of breathing room, and he knows what to do with it. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Broncos still trail, however, and that game's gone to half. Lastly, time for a look at the best of the best. Here is our Impact Player of the Week, and we believe it has to be this man. And this is Geno Smith. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame, he also added a rushing touchdown for good measure. The Pats win their second straight as they get the victory here. With that, a look at the playoff picture as we move into the month of December. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just 1 touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Here's Tylan Wallace on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Go play fake. Green bails out of the pocket quick. And he is caught before he can get back to the line. Divine Diablo. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 19-yard line.
We're going to play action. Green. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And the offense is there to recover, but they're still stuck inside their own 10.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
They dodged the turnover, but still third and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Green to throw. He had it for a moment, but a well-timed hit knocks it out. And quickly coming out of the locker room now, partner. This defense is forced to 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First play is a design run. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
And put a receiver in motion left. of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. They bring him down, but we all saw how that one looked, right? There was a face mask involved, and the flag is out.
Face mask. Defense.
Things looked good on the play until we saw the pull of the face mask, and that spoils the defensive effort.
Automatic first down.
Personal foul gave them a chunk of yards, and they will take it. 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Handoff now from the gun. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted! And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. There goes that man once again, Brock. Once again, able to get the better of the QB. 3rd pick for him already this season.
I don't know when these QBs are going to learn. This is not the kind of guy you pick on. Throw it somewhere else.
The Browns getting their offense out there. And they're hoping that this drive can help snap a rough stretch for them offensively as we get a look at their last group of drives. Not a ton to show for their efforts. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Green. Rolling out to his left. He's keeping it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Like so many of the league's quarterbacks know how to do, this guy has really taken over much of this game, and it's been his dual threat ability that served as the catalyst for that.
And let's give him a lot of credit here, Kate, because he's the one who recognized there'd be opportunities aplenty to hit this defense with his legs. He's picked the right moments, picked his spots, and that stat line's benefited.
And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. 3rd and just 2 to go.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
Another gain to Judkins. He stops here, gain of about 7, and that's going to be a Browns 1st down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
That's another Browns 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard shot. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 2.
Here's Judkins on 2nd down. He managed about 9 before a stop was made. And he gives the Browns a 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the red zone now. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Green sets his feet, looking to pass. Has it down close. But he's brought down just a few yards before the marker. A little further than that, and he would have had the end zone.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
He loses it on the hit. That was a good play to break up that catch, and that forces them to fourth down.
Incomplete.
Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. High percentage look for him here from the left hash.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So we're through 3 here. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
On the tackle. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
One loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Tua setting up to throw. This one taken in by Zacchaeus. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa back to throw. He beams one deep right side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it. Knocked it away, forcing 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's been one of the players of this game.
It's 4th down.
Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Browns and Taylon Green ready to go on offense once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. A little screen pass for Judkins. And they've got a 1st down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Green. Gets him on the in route. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly. Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And he's going to be taken down, so probably about 8 yards on that play. And that means they got the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Passing quick here, but the pass rush fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw. It falls incomplete. That brings up 2nd down. Throwing now off the play action. 4 steps. They're after him, and they're going to take him down. Way behind the line of scrimmage. Kyle Van Noy. And after surrendering a ton on that play, they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Green going to throw. Pass rushers there in time once again. They down on the last snap, Brock. Forced the incompletion this time. And those plays have brought up 4th down.
In punt formation for the Browns.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Tua off the play fake. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that's going to be good for a Falcons 1st down.
First down, Falcons.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Tagovailoa on second down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. Back to throw, Tua. This is a heater going deep. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Browns take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Judkins out the middle. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's second down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. First down run gets him 6. So now it is second and 4.
At the Falcons' 44-yard line.
Another one for Judkins. A good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up the first. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. First down now. Ball at the 33. It's Judkins on the counter. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Here's Green. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. Taylon Green. His 5th touchdown now is a...
They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react